WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like.
What we got coming up? Other shops is upstairs, but we out here by our also, man. We leave that up to Vito.
They gon' wonder how we still here, still on top. We used to build here, top 5, punching the clock. Running the field here, feels good coming around. After they hated, but now we run the town till we stuck in a wheelchair. We all share visions of hope. I tell stories with dreams. We get the mixing like we giving you dope. And now we in position weekly. All access, extremities, ENT playing on our axis. Politics, top 40, building community from the X, applying that pressure, promoting unity, royalty, education, love and support. Dope music, enough to feed souls, food for the thought. This type of loyalty cannot be bought from a city where being real just cannot be taught. Listen in and you just might learn with Mr. You already know. Welcome to the return.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are live worldwide. We are back each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7:55. The greatest DJs of the airwaves, DAVON Franklin.
Jose Rivera.
Only on our Access Radio, going live worldwide. You already know how we do. We got everybody tuned in, about to get some great information on news, politics, criminal justice, entertainment, health is wealth, and everything you need to know on the current go. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm very good. Blessed, man. How you?
I'm okay, man. Doing a lot at work, learning more on the way the system continuously changes in the criminal justice aspect, as well as mental health and substance use, alcoholism. It's crazy the way New York leads the way in a lot of what happens in the nation. People don't even understand that. And you know, we set trends and foundations, and people appreciate the fact that we are here to give them the best information. So that's what we do each and every Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, I'm adjusting this silly poll right here. Yes, but yes, you're right.
All right, I want to give a big shout out to our brother Enrique Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
He's tuned in on the live, and that's a brother right there. Do the shows on Sundays with Let's Talk Real Talk on social issues with him and Kalesa. Shout out to Kalesa. Her mother had breast cancer surgery on the other day, and speedy recovery to Kalesa's mom. And hope everything goes well, you know, overall, as well as everybody else around the world. So let's just get right into it as we provide the world with current events. All right. I don't know if everyone is aware, but there was something that happened recently that was catastrophic to the point that it affects our environment. And it happened somewhere in the state of Ohio. But because of there was this thing that was flying in the air, it distracted us from what was going on in Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. The Chinese has sent the so-called spy balloon that took our attention. And guess what? None of us knew of the real, actual environmental concerns that we should have after Ohio derailment occurred. That's right, affecting the water, agriculture, and the air has been filled with much pollution. When you see the video after typing in environmental concerns in Ohio, you will see that it affects everybody, not just the state of Ohio, all of us, just like when that earthquake happened in Japan and we here in the Bronx had a car actually land in Orchard Beach.
Wow.
From Japan. So if this is Ohio that's near us, imagine our air. Why is it so hot? It's not that balloon. It's probably because what happened in Ohio. All those chemicals and stuff. It was like an atomic blast that no one is speaking about. And someone had told me the other day, forget who it was, when I was talking about the balloon, and they said, yes, to distract about the derailment. I said, what derailment? They said, you see? Type in environmental concerns in Ohio derailment, and you're going to see that that's possibly the reason why we're having so much hot weather, which went up to 64 degrees today. And when it took be 10 degrees on an average in February this time of year. All right. Moving on next. There was a big protest in Florida. Okay. The governor after it. Well, you got what's coming for you, right? Because you want to be talking this nonsense about critical race theory. Well, guess what happened? There was a rally today on African Americans against attempts to block the AP course, along with Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton jumped on, went down to Florida, and there was all a part of the rally. And Al Sharpton was there on the podium speaking, talking about you is going to tell the truth about the history when it comes to our Black history, but also you will not take anything out of the colleges and universities here when it comes to critical race theory, which the governor of the state wants to do, because he feels that, you know, that the LGBTQIA community is utilizing the Black community to catapult their agenda, which he publicly and said he's not going to tolerate. And it's say that the reason why he's actually considering pulling all those courses is because he wants to prevent the LGBTQIA from getting more strength in their movement.
Well, I've always had a problem with the notion, the ideal of that movement piggybacking off of the civil rights movement, because it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that at a later date. What I mean by it's not the same thing.
Right.
It's not. But as far as the other stuff that you was actually saying pertaining to the covering up of the sort of whitewashing history as they're trying to do, I also have a problem with that, because it's not Black history, it's actually American history. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't get to pick and choose and select what the history that's being told. You want the accurate depiction. Yeah, of course, certain actions that you make may make you feel a certain way about your ancestors. That's just part of life. You learn history so you don't repeat the past. You know what I'm saying? You get an ideal of, you know what I'm saying, what happened, the results of what happened, and let's try not to make that, let's try not to, commit those kind of actions later on in the future. But hiding them and trying to whitewash and trying to, oh no, it never happened, and it didn't happen like that because I'm afraid that y'all feel the way. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. So yeah, I definitely agree with him on that.
And now we're moving over to your boy George Santos, who has already co-sponsored 16 bills. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard correctly. The person that's in Congress who's already in trouble for lying about a bunch of things has already co-sponsored 16 bills. So no matter what you do to him now, he's already co-sponsored 16 bills that are going into legislation. So he's already done damage. So whoever's trying to use him for like their career to catapult, you're kind of late because he's already making moves. Moving on next to George Lopez. That's right, the comedian himself. He's in trouble again for making anti-Latino fellows grow in Hollywood. This guy comes on a set, right? And somebody that was Hispanic wanted to be on a show with him. So D.L. Hughley told him, yo, I'm telling you right now, don't do it, because I heard some stuff about him. He doesn't like anybody else to be on a show with him. That's why he went to he stopped his show, and then he has a show now with his daughter. He's running the show. So D.L. Hughley got a call back from the guy, and he says, yo, you know, you're right, man. This guy actually made me feel like crap. Like he doesn't want me to be a part of his show, his project, or anything, or any Latino at that. And D.L. Hughley was like, you see, I tell you, my sources are real. Says, I'm cool with George, but don't ever try to step on his toes, because he will blackball you. And if he's not the shining light, he's going to hate against his fellow Latinos, Mexicans, or wherever you're from in any Hispanic culture. Shout out to you, Lopez, for being the king asshole of Hollywood, if it's true.
That's sad though, but I think that's more so of a problem of actually being the only one that's actually in the forefront doing it. So you know, you have people that that it's an ego thing, but yeah, it's, you want to extend that olive branch, man. You don't want to be like that.
Right. You want to be the person that sets the way and paves the roads for everyone else, not to be stingy with his Scrooge McDuck. Anyway, moving on. Lincoln Center pays tribute to historic San Juan Hill. So San Juan Hill is like a big place where a lot of African Americans were able to set standards and allow their creativity, arts, and theater to come to play. So Lincoln Center is actually paying tribute to the historic San Juan Hill. And, if anyone would like to learn more about Black history, since we are in Black History, and, I believe that, we should extend Black history more days into the next month, because that's my thought, because, there's so much jewels that people should learn, because the education I learned growing up isn't the same education that they're learning now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the way, like you said, they're whitewashing stuff down. You know what I mean? On all levels.
Right.
Moving on next. Check this out. There's going to be new attractions coming to Jersey Shore. Atlantic City will have a new 420-seat theater. Also, year-round water park opening up Memorial Weekend. Hundreds of condo units filled with glass buildings by 2025. Scenes in Dubois or South Florida are now going to be in Atlantic City to revive what once was one of the meccas of the entire planet is now coming back to life.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I dig it.
All right. And I don't know if anybody ever heard of something called a sun pillar. They appear in Hokkaido, Japan. It's basically ice falling off of trees as the sun hits. It looks beautiful. It makes it seem like that it's snowing, but it's actually, when you're waking up and the sun is rising and the sun is like having a certain redness to it and trees, and it's just it just hits the ice in a certain way. It looks like it's snowing, but it's blue skies. So unless you're in the area, you see how the wind pushes it throughout the forest. It's like a something that happens every couple, like 20, 30 years in Japan.
Right.
And last but not least, rare footage, video of the 1986 dive to the Titanic shown today to the world. That's right, 1986. I don't know if you ever watched the History Channel or like, you know, certain channels like Channel 7 or Geraldo Rivera, whenever they would show like cameramen that were stupid enough to go underwater or to like bomb-loaded building like $1,000 or career booster. There, somebody that was doing that back in the day, a diver, actually sold his footage when he went down with I think it was a Barbara Walters 2020 special, and he held on to the footage. Nobody ever got it till today. Released it to the world, and it's rare footage of the Titanic underwater. All right, now I'm gonna wrap up with the weather. Right now, it's currently 63 degrees in the Bronx and around the city. Tomorrow's gonna be a high of 64, a low of 52 with rain. Friday, 61, 34, rain. Saturday, 45, 27, sunny. Sunday, 48, 34, cloudy. Monday, 55, 43, partly sunny. Tuesday, 46, 37, partly sunny. Wednesday, 46, 37, rain. What does this have a medium of, ladies and gentlemen, in the month of February? Is 49.2 average when it should be somewhere 13.5 when it comes to the weather. And that is all because of everything that's going around in the environmental crisis around the world. That is your politics, news, weather, and of course the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won. They beat the Eagles. So all you people that wanted to act like you're big shots, you can just shut your big chops, because I personally was going for the Eagles until I was forced to pick the Kansas City Chiefs, which made me feel better at the end. The only person in the house, everybody was going to and let out a big, you already know, and everybody wanted to jump me. And guess what? I made it home safely. And throughout the whole week, I see footage on Instagram of people breaking TVs of how much money they had on the game.
I saw that dumb shit too.
People just running around acting stupid and losing money, and people just jumping off the ground and just having bettors and bookies dying or hanging on the side of the mountains. Oh man, there's nothing else that could be said. Oh, LeBron James, in case we didn't say it last week, LeBron James, once again, congratulations for taking the crown from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as he passed it down to you. And then as he was sitting in the Super Bowl, he got booed, and on the large screen, he was right next to his wife. He sat up, and then he went like this when he got booed, crowned himself and sat down and had his drink. Kudos to LeBron for that move right there. And kudos to DeMar Hamlin for showing up to the Super Bowl, as he got a big tribute as well. He was chilling with LeBron and everybody else out there. And shout out to everybody that shows us love on this show. And another reason why this show gets so much love is because the next segment that's coming on, I took up about 5 minutes of his time, which, you know, he's going to get it right back, because next week we're going to introduce more time with this guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, you know, let's have the Health is Wealth segment, which will be expanded more on a trio next week on different areas with JAIME Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our brother from another. You already know.
What's up, family? What's up, family? How y'all doing? Man? I was just enjoying this conversation, man. Some great news, you know, some great insights, you know, this critical race theory is a very important conversation, you know, when it relates to just being in tune with, you know, who we are, because like DAVON stated, you know, we can't have somebody else develop the narrative about our story. So at the end of the day, you know, we cannot also at the same token allow relationships to be built on lies and misrepresentation. So it's very important for, you know, people to know, and even our children and grandchildren to know, exactly what happened, not from somebody else's standpoint, but from the people that actually experienced it. So, I think that's very important. If we're going to have healthy relationships, we have to start out with truth, and even with Mr. Lopez, I was just listening to him and how he's standing in a gap, and he's blocking, other, men and women, of Spanish descent, that are looking to just really establish themselves, maybe get a space in, in the entertainment realm, but as opposed to, grabbing their hand and saying, come on in, let me usher you in, and let me show you this, and let me show you that, let me introduce you to this person, that person. He's, hampering that movement, which is, of course, fostering, bad relationships. And I just wanted to actually touch on relationships, being that, I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day. They got that perfect treatment that they wanted, whether you in a relationship or you're single. I hope it worked out perfectly for you. And remember, today is side piece day.
You already know.
But let's just jump right in, because what I wanted to discuss is, we'll have a conversation. This is for everybody. And, we wanted to talk about how relationships impact our health. Of course, the relationships that we spoke about, they could be professional, they can be social relationships, or they can be intimate relationships. So being that we're just coming out of Valentine's Day, let's talk about, actual intimate relationships, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, and the impact it can have on our overall health, our productivity, the way we move on a daily basis. First of all, let me just, I just wanted to read something to you guys. It's a small, it's not the entire article. It's just a small statement from the article. And it's basically stating that being happily married or in a stable relationship impacts positively on mental health. And then also research has found that high marital quality is associated with lower stress and less depression. However, single people have better health outcomes than unhappily married people. So basically they're saying that if you're single, you're better off than somebody that's unhappily married, So on one hand, the relationship could be your springboard. It could be your inspiration. It could be that factor in your life that, that balances you out. And then on the other hand, it could be the very same thing. Like you're fighting against depression, you're fighting against health. You're trying to get into good routines and good regimens. So it could be the same thing that stands in a void when it relates to you having the right mindset or you having the right vibrations to really pursue the things that are best, and it can affect your diet. It can affect, just your daily engagements. It can affect your thought process, because just take as an example, you're in a relationship, male, woman, does, whatever side you stand on. And you have an important project, and then they tell you that, well, I'm no longer interested in you. These are the type of things and that's an extreme situation. A lot of times it could be a lot more subtle. And then again, like I said, with these things, and sometimes we don't even realize how it's really actually impacting us on a daily basis, because they're little things. Or we're like, oh, they haven't spent time with me lately. They haven't told me that they love me. They haven't done anything for me lately, or they don't support anything that I do. So these are the things where being in a healthy relationship, having a person that's your true partner, depending on what you like, because that could be, it could be a variety of different things, but, not having your true partner, could be the difference between your ascension or your growth, or you falling into your hole or depression. So, we want to definitely pay attention. And I tell my sons all the time, I say, sons, you take your time. You make sure that everything that is around you and in front of you is true. And if things are not healthy, if relationships are not healthy, disconnect from them as quickly as possible, because it's going to impact other elements of your life. So, we want to, even in, you hear a lot of people say, people that are in relationships, they may say, oh, well, I got to get away from the old ball and chain. I need a break. And I tell people that's not the way a relationship or a marriage should be. That's supposed to be your retreat, your recharge. So, and we're not, of course, relationship therapists, but we do have some insight collectively between the three of us, Yes, so, and basically, you want to pay attention to, especially, the space where you're sleeping. This is your home. This is your retreat. This is where you go to get away from the hardships of the world. So you don't want to go home, so-called home, and be faced with similar situations at home. Sleeping with the enemy, if you will.
It's a hell of a thing to have to, basically live in a household with somebody you can't trust or you don't trust.
Right. And you just mentioned something, and that's just sometimes a feeling, sometimes justified, sometimes not, of distrust. And if you have to go out into the world and you have to perform important functions, and you worrying about the person, one of the people that you care about the most, and not being able to trust that person, what that person is doing, it's going to impact your performance. It's going to impact every aspect of what you do. Even as, and I'll speak from a male standpoint, even if you're in a relationship and, people and the other party in a relationship may say, well, we're not having intercourse enough. We're not having sex enough. So not realizing that it's the vibe that they're giving you. It's the energy that they're sharing with you. Sometimes it affects your libido. It affects your sexual performance. And it applies for men and women, of course. I'm just speaking because I'm a male, but at the end of the day, we have to realize, how, these relationships impact our mental state. They impact our physical state, which is, a part of physical, your mental is a part of your physical to a certain degree, but it has to do more with your thought process.
Stop you right there. Let me ask you something. You mentioned something there that just jumped at me. Our physical state and our mental state. When people are in relationships, it's always great in the beginning, the first months, even the first year. The sex is basically every day, at least 4 to 6 times a week. You're going out on the weekends, if not twice. What happens after the honeymoon stage that you stop working out, you become complacent, watching TV, eating more, and you're starting to see what you've worked so hard to get out of, meaning being on a couch, gaining weight, become lazy, throwing farts, because now you start doing it more around each other, and then you start noticing things you don't like.
That's like the comfortability. You done got comfortable. The honeymoon stage is done passed. So now everybody is getting comfortable. Right. But truthfully, that's that for me. That it kind of like depends of because some things are like a give and take. You know what I'm saying? It's like a trade-off. It's like there may be certain things that you may do that I don't like, but for what it is that you do, you know what I'm saying? It's a trade-off. Depends on what it is, how serious the flaw actually is. Now, if it's a deal breaker, one of them deal breaker type situations.
So what's a deal breaker?
Whatever you feel is a deal breaker.
Okay,
because
some
people.
Good answer.
Yeah, because
today may be a fart. Tomorrow may be bad breath. The next day may be the side eye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What happens when we get to that? Or how can we prevent from getting to that?
Well, my thing is, we got to learn how to make better decisions, because
no. Actually, communication is also key.
Yeah.
Because it's like this. If there's something that you do that I don't like, I think that it would be better for me to actually tell you what it is that I so we don't have to, what I'm saying, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If your partner has an issue, if there's certain things that you do that your partner may have an issue with, let it be known, and then we can make adjustments to so the living area is comfortable.
Yeah, but then what if you tell them and they get what is it, Jamie? They get in their
emotions.
They get in their feelings, right?
The defensive. The defensive.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of
Because
that goes back to. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Jose?
Somebody can have bad feet, right? Or somebody, you know what I'm saying, and it's something that you was unaware of, or other people just didn't tell you. But then when you're with this person that you really digging, and you know what I'm saying, you start noticing, like, I don't know, like a different behavior after it's been cool for a while. Like, I'm just telling you, I hear these stories, right? I hear these stories. Everybody's great, but then after a while, it's always resulting to the same thing. Why?
No,
Jay?
but how sweet are you with your tongue, though? You know what I'm saying? Because if if you can let her know politely, you know what I'm saying, in kind of a finesse way, it's like you don't have to be derogatory, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to be nasty about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can say it in a way whereas, I mean, I've never had to deal with women with bad feet, so I can't really relate. But so I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell a woman that. But you know what I'm saying, other things that I may not like or approve of.
What if you just didn't say nothing and you just bounce?
That's your prerogative. That's your choice. But yeah. I mean, but I would think that you may want to say something a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Give a little hint, you know what I'm saying? And then if there's no change in behavior, I'm not gonna argue with you about it. Okay, this is okay. If it's a deal breaker for you, bounce.
Jamie, come on, tell us, bro. What is?
Well, listen. He said something very important, which is really paramount, which is communication. So you got to be able to communicate. And arguing, and downplaying somebody and verbally brutalizing somebody is not communication. You know what I mean? That's just throwing rocks at somebody. And so we have to learn how to give and take. We have to learn how to be, active listeners, and we have to be courageous enough when something doesn't fit to say, well, listen, I don't really understand that. I don't really vibe with that. But sometimes we're looking at the body, we're looking at this, we're looking at that. We have fun. And if I say this, I might lose that.
But see, it's very important. It's very important not to actually. Because if that is a deal breaker for you and you have verbalized it and there has been no change, the frustration of that, especially if you want to be with that individual, will end up resulting to you possibly badgering and talking to him a certain way that you probably should not talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already told you, I gave you nice subtle hints. You know what I'm saying? Then I talk to you direct. And it's like, how do I have to speak to you? You know what I'm saying? For you to understand, do I have to talk to you like you're a child? When it gets to that point, truthfully, and it's that much of a deal breaker for you, I would advise that you walk away, step away and leave. That way she knows that you're or whoever that you're dealing with knows that you are serious about it. And if they want to be around you, if they want to continue the situation, they will do their due diligence to change. You know what I'm saying? To make that accommodation, because they already see that you're willing to walk and leave on that principle.
Okay, so now, Jamie.
Yes.
Good point to me, right?
Yeah, like time and space is sometimes the solutions, you know? Time and space.
So you elicited that thought from me, right? Now, this is what, on that conversation, this is another thing he elicited. Check this out. Check this scenario out. You're with a girl. She knows you love her. She knows that you have the best sex with her. You love every part of her. She, on the other hand, one day wakes up, probably because she got some fucking stupid friends. Excuse my French, but I'm calling it for what it is, worldwide. And because of social media and everybody's doing what they want to do to look like Barbie, all of a sudden she wants to take a trip to DR or Colombia because she wants to freaking lift, tuck, or make her feel better when it's time to fuck. Okay? And to be honest, not taking into consideration the fact that you are telling her, I love you, you're natural, please don't do this. Instead, she turns it into, this is my body, my choice. Okay? Let's keep it 100, okay? Because you know that once it comes in play for one thing, it comes in play for everything. All right. So now they're throwing that at you, and then you have a disagreement on it, right? Same case scenario that you're with them for a long time, but all of a sudden they come out with it. You have a disagreement. You stop talking for a while. You decide to take a little time off. Are you guys listening to me? While that time off, homegirl decides to go overseas and come back, right? Definitely. And guess what? And doesn't say nothing, all right? Because this happens, and then when it's time, everything feels different. You know your significant other. After it's done, you say, yo, you been working out? I'm sorry. But,
oh man.
She looks at you and gives you the look like, nah, I did what I wanted to do. The ultimate situation comes about, which you never thought you would see. It's that you, or at that second, you grow a dislike for this person. Not a hate, not a hatred, a dislike, which to me is worse than hate. For someone you love and in love with, to go and do something that you requested to please not do because you love them natural, but because of their own insecurities. And God knows whoever went through whatever traumas they went through, or they make the decisions they do, that's on them, right? No judgment. But if you have, like you both said, communication, we spoke about this, and you know how I felt about it, and you still went ahead and did what I asked you to please not do because I love you for being.
You better not complain to me about nothing about that shit. I'll tell you, quick, fast, in a hurry. I don't want to hear it.
That's one thing, but what about, that's the first thing. The second thing is, you better not ever question me about everything or anything that I do, since you didn't want to do what I asked you.
Well, I mean, shit, if she wanted to get an enhancement on her body for whatever reason she wanted to get an enhancement, I mean, rock it on, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know that I don't like that or whatever have you not, but it's right. That's still your body, your choice. I don't want to hear no complainings about no aches and pains. I don't want to hear nothing about what, you know, I don't want to hear whatever symptoms that you're going through behind it. I don't want to hear the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you I told you I didn't want you to do it. I advised you not to do it, but you made the decision anyway. So now you you made that bet. It's time to lie in it. You know what I'm saying? But don't wolf and complain to me because I don't want to hear the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you deal with that.
That's one point. All right, Jamie.
Well, I just want to say, we got to have more self-love, you know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about it real quick from both sides. God made you perfect. How God designed you is how you were perfectly designed, and ain't nothing wrong with you. So, and if a person doesn't love themselves, you have to really question that. And I always tell people, love yourself the most, because you got to, again, be courageous enough to say, all right, I care for this person, but it doesn't seem like this person is really fit. They're not being considerate or mindful to my request. So how much do they really love me? And what are they really doing this for? If I'm telling them that this is not what I like, it's not what you were born with, but still they go forth and they get it done. So you have to really look deep into, what their, reasoning and their purpose or agenda is behind getting it done. Are they looking for more attention or whatever? Or whatever. Maybe it's some type of insecurities they have, personally. But, like I said, we have to be very clear like that. And I go back to what DAVON was saying. And when it relates to communication, as far as what we're willing, we have to draw a line in the sand. And I'm not saying that we can't
stand on it. And you got to stand on it.
Right. And none of us are perfect. So it's always going to be some degree of compromise. And there's a building process, like DAVON said, we take, the negative and we build it into the positive through communication, by expressing ourselves, by sitting down and listening and really, really engaging. So, and I just want to make that point that, everybody that's listening, love yourself the most. Self-love is so important. And that's what we have a tendency to neglect. We give others outside of ourselves a better treatment than we give ourselves. Take some self-time. Even if you're in between relationships, find some time to reconnect with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't run from one situation to the other because you have a tendency to bring that garbage, that baggage, that nonsense from this space to that space. So, get back to the essence of who you are, what you wanted to do as a child, how you felt as a child, as far as that level of inspiration and that, desire to be something or someone great, and it starts by loving yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
also,
I'm only because of time.
No. But listen, and just to let everybody know, this is just the intro to the future conversations we're gonna have because Jamie Sanders, DAVON and I were having a conversation. Jamie Sanders, as I spoke to him today, we have finalized the deal. Jamie Sanders is gonna come on as the Trinity. We're gonna form a Trinity starting next week, and we're gonna be providing you with all aspects of what it is to aspect. You're gonna get aspect, you're gonna get mystical. You're gonna get the health is wealth. You're gonna get the spiritual. You're gonna get the miracle. You're gonna get the hysterical. You're gonna get the guys. You're gonna get how fly we are when we bring it to you in the sky. Because when it comes to the DJ, DAVON, Jamie, Jose, you already know. Each and every Wednesday, we don't play. We're gonna give you exactly what you need. Yes, indeed. As we proceed. That's right. The future X-Tremitiez ENT trilogy in effect started next week. You already know. And I'm not throwing up the rock. I'm throwing up what's necessary, the diamonds that we are, because it's hard to find diamond in the rough. But when you search through your research, you find that you come across these jewels that you get once in a lifetime. Every few years, there's a phenomenal being that comes on the planet. And when you have a trinity that comes through and educates you on something far, far deeper than what you ever expected, and levels of spirituality to the streets and growing into something and fruition that is unbelievable. You know, it's phenomenal the way that we connected. God put us together here for a reason. JAIME, DAVON, and I. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why we cross paths, and there's a reason why our paths have been crossed. Because we dot our T's, we dot our I's, we cross our T's, and we put a dot on it too, because if you play with us, that becomes a crosshair. You get what I'm saying?
You wasn't supposed to let him know that part.
My bad.
but it's a positive crosshair. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know nothing. But
I want y'all to know that you see this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get 3 dudes that love their life, they love themselves, they love their family, and they love their community. And there's no one else on this planet that I feel.
Don't forget, love each other.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. There's no one else on this planet that I would do this with than my brothers. I love them. And there's nobody else that when I speak to them, they give me the realness back. They're like, yo, ho, this is what it is. Yo, ho, you got to think about this. Yo, ho, this is what it is. And that's the type of people I want in my life. I don't want yes people around me. I want people that are going to be there for me, ride or die. My brothers right here are the reason why I do this show with them, because they have shown to ride with me, and they show me situations where they die with me in the community. Both. All right, DAVON already know. There's the reason why mi gente is changed to a new name.
You wasn't supposed to say that. You wasn't supposed to say that.
Because every time we're in the streets of the community, everybody loves us. Whether it's the violence, everywhere we go. So we. These are the experiences in my life where I just keep my brothers with me. I love these 2 men more than and God forgive me for saying this, and I don't mean this in any negative way, but I love these 2 men more than my own biological brothers. I'm sorry, but when you have that feeling, I love my brothers because they're my blood, but y'all make a better connection with me because you understand, you don't judge me. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it's
and
spiritual.
sometimes it's good to have family. And for the rest of my life, I'm gonna love both of you as my brothers as you are, because you make me feel complete, and you push me to do more in this life than anybody else does. So JAIME, welcome to the show. Starting next week, he's gonna be rocking with DAVON and I worldwide. Big Al, you already know. Let's throw some celebration.
I just want to tell you guys, it's truly an honor. You guys are trailblazers, you're visionaries. You're out here, keeping the public informed. And, like I said, just knowing you both from a personal space, very grounded brothers, and we got a lot to show and teach. And, and we teach better by example than by words, so, and that's what we're going to be doing together. And it's going to be really exciting. And just really, before, we end that conversation, I just want to express how important for it is as men to show each other love, how we can express the fact that we do love each other. So as a man, don't ever let anybody tell you that you're being soft or you're being sensitive or this and that. You're not a real man, because real men love, and we love deep. So, and this is why we're doing this show. This is why we're having these conversations. Is because our commitment and our love to you and to each other. And I salute you all, and I'm looking forward to some interesting conversations.
Absolutely. And as whether it be the Bible, amen, whether it be, the Quran, assalamu alaikum, whether it be, Buddha, whether it be anyone, we all want everybody to know that all 3 of us come universal.
Right. Don't forget about the Vedic temples. You know, Haribol.
So that's what I love. That's why I'm so excited about this, is because all three of us bring a different perspective and culturally, because you know all three of us have been around the world, and we get to share these learned experiences and times in our lives, right? Like when DAVON takes us on the journey when he went to Germany, right? I love going on that trip because although I wasn't there with him, I go on there with him as he tells it, and I visualize, and the rest of the world listening visualizes, because other people have been to Germany. They're like, yo, I know what you're talking about. I was right down the block.
I seen that.
Or like an artist we had recently, he was like, yeah, I was there too, and this and that. Yeah, the barracks. So I was like, wow, you see, and it takes you there. And then with Jaime, you know, just the fact that you've been well traveled, but it's just what fascinates me about you, and everybody that tells me, like Enrique Gonzalez, who found his daughter, like Calais and many people around the world, they say, you know what I appreciate about that guy is the way he speaks. And I said, he's a wordsmith. That's my brother. He's a wordsmith. He's an educated person. He's a person that took the time to get educated and know that he is not to be fucked with. And I don't mean that in a negative tone. I mean, in the business world, when it comes to his family, finances, and holistic, the youth initiative, you know, there's a lot that comes encompassed with us. It's like we're cooking something here. There's something here. There's all these spices. And boy, I tell you, when we freaking just let it go, whoever's eating it is going to want to tell the masses. You need to meet this chef that's cooking up this trio. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on there. Find out what it is. And the thing is that we're always going to let them just get a taste. We're not going to get
upstairs cooking. Well, the man, woman, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, God don't have no gender. So let's keep it on the level. But it's definitely divine. You know, you can see God and spirit at work, you know, because this is all of our control. And you know, like I said, I'm just honored and excited to be a part of it. So
yes, sir. You know,
I'm honored that you. So I'm in a few words. So you know, I'm letting y'all do all the talking. But yeah, I'm happy that you're on board. I'm glad that you're with us, and I'm looking forward to the mental sparring that we're gonna be doing on this platform.
Yeah, listen. And everybody gets to catch the sparks from the spar, so it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna enjoy this, man. This is dope.
You know, I'm so excited that it's dangerous. That's how excited I am. It's dangerous because I already foresee the feathers that are gonna get ruffled. I already see
not intentionally, like no. For me, like for all of us, you know what I'm saying? It's basically about telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, just
that's
from
why.
You know, from our you know our perspectives. So that's all.
But,
you know,
but that's the problem. People can't. What is it from the film? What was it? What was the film that Jack Nicholson said to Tom Cruise?
You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
Good men.
Right.
You good men. Yeah. I mean, you know, you hit dogs a holler, but you know, it's you know. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with it because there's a whole lot of different things that's going on in life. We don't want to stay on the cringy, dark, you know, so you know, slow side of life. You know what I'm saying? That's why we enjoy the health is wealth segment so much, because you know what I'm saying, the positivity, you know, with eating. And the atmosphere and everything that Jaime said, you know what I'm saying, in the previous segments when he's been on the show has been spot on. So, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely great quality information. and we're looking forward to having a whole lot more of that coming your way. So you know how that go.
You said it right. You said the key word, quality. Okay, because we're going to speak things that matter most to each and every person every day, right? From the moment we wake up, we talk about self-care, affirmations, family, community, networking, criminal justice, politics, sports, entertainment, education, holistic medicine, so many things that we are, and I love this right here, Health is Wealth with Jaime. I love the way that Al incorporated that, because that's what we're doing. We're focusing, right? We're focusing on what matters most. I mean, because when we do deductive reasoning, right? Because that's what we got to do. We become detectives in the stories we tell, and then we give our own perspective on the facts, right? But then the fact of the matter is that before it was just a two-way. Right? Now when you have three, it's like, yo, you ain't just dealing with just a line. You're dealing with a trifecta of issues. So Davon's gonna smack the shit out of you with just stuff that you're not ready for. That's actually going on different levels when it comes to entertainment and all, right? And then Jaime's gonna hit you with like the Health is Wealth and just being a humanistic approach to things, right? And then I'm gonna hit you with the realism of both Jaime and Davon. And then when I come at you with some shit that if you don't listen to what they got to say, then you just a stupid mofo, because we're trying to give you something that's gonna encourage you to grow. That's what we're here for, to grow, to educate, to motivate, to inspire, to aspire to be better human beings. Because what else is there to be? Help thy brother become better. If not, move out the way. Because if you ain't helping me, then get out the way. Because you ain't got to like me, but you're going to love me because I love you. Davon Franklin.
Awesome.
So, Jose Rivera.
And
Jaime Sanders.
There we go.
That's right. Falling in the gap, you know what I'm saying? Lifting it up wherever I need to.
still cooking up the recipe right now, man. Still cooking it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Getting the nutrition, getting the ingredients right. So you know what I'm saying, just we got some more elements but yeah, it's
right. Get you smell.
We go.
You smell real good.
Yeah.
It got that secret mix in there, something special in the oven,
You already know.
I think I'm a call Shannon. This Shay could fit in the recipe.
But since we are including those segments, I do want to get back to something that you did say when it came down to the relationships, segment portion. Also, I mean, because for me, I don't have too many, deal breakers when it comes down to dealing with, women or whatever have you not. It's just like with just relationships in period, respect. You know what I'm saying? The mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? Without that, it's a deal breaker for me in all relationships. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Once that element is the whole function. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
A lot of times, again, just like lack of self-love, there's lack of self-respect. I had an incident where I was in a relationship and the woman told me, well, she said to me, you're not my father. You think, and it was not a situation where I was trying to forcefully impose myself on her. It wasn't a situation where I'm like, it's my way and shut up and I don't want to hear anything. It was more so a conversation and recommendation of, again, communicating, expressing my preferences and things that are making me feel uncomfortable. and being that she wasn't taught to have healthy relationships, and that's where the mutual respect comes in, because it's respect on both sides. So, and that's what we have to realize that we're dealing with out here. A lot of times, people are not taught to have relationships. I see in certain cultures, like, if you go into the mosque, I just use it as an example, right? You'll see that all the men congregate together and all the women congregate together.
Right.
There's certain things that the men teach the young men and the boys, and there's something that the women teach the young ladies and the girls. And one of the things they teach is how to have healthy relationships, how to have a significant other, how to find a wife, how to find a husband, how to go through this selection process based on your interests, and the things that are close to you. So, definitely gotta, respect where each party is coming from. It starts with respecting ourselves, because if we respect ourselves and we love ourselves, then we can respect and love our partners.
Facts.
And on that segment, we're gonna go and let you know that next week, starting with our brothers DAVON and JAIME, we will be going 6 p.m. live to 7:55. JAIME's gonna go rolling with us through all the segments. We're all gonna have our own personal inputs on facts. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Call in if you want to get some good therapy, some good mental, sexual healing, because that's what we're giving to everybody out here. You don't have to have physical sex; you can have mental sex. And guess what? After a long day of hard working, you're gonna get your chocolate together. You put it together, and it's gonna be.
And that's real, Jose, because you know how that mental aspect of things can get. Because just the anticipation, you'd be like, yeah, that thing is good, it's smelling good, it's looking good, it's sounding good. I didn't even touch nothing yet.
For sure.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So next week, as JAIME will be on with us from 6 p.m. to 7:55, giving you all the love on topics. And if you ever just want to, hit us up personally, let us know. We could hook you up. If you want to speak about different levels, you're going to see on how we all specialize in different areas and how we come together and form this trinity, because we're here for the community. We love our community, but we're here to give you like your food porn, because that's what we do. We make you want more, and we. So
just to let you know,
we're gonna come back with DAVON's picks of the week. But in closing, we're gonna let JAIME close out this segment. Go ahead, JAIME.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that we have, an incredible lineup. I have some great personalities. Some educators that are a wealth of resource. I'm going to be bringing them on. So, guys, just listen closely, because it's going to be a lot of great stuff. You don't want to miss anything, because it's not just based on, our knowledge base, but we're going to even go above our knowledge base and bring in some experts in different areas to spice it up even more.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And house smells even better now. You already know. Catch us next week, 6 p.m. to 7:55 with them DJs of the airwaves. You already know. DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
and
JAIME Sanders.
Only on the X-Tremitiez ENT talk show with Big Al. We'll be back in a few with DAVON Franklin's pick of the week.
Let's go.
Mami, yo sé que tú quieres un perreo de antes y que te guaye como es, que te resuelva como es. la situación. Me quedaré contigo pues si hay algún cabrón. Olvida todo lo malo que la noche ya llegó. La disco se prendió, el perreo ya volvió. Ella es la baby en el party, lo gozo como quiera, lo mueve como una mami. Aleja todos los bobos, nena, que llevo por ti. Pues ya sabes que en el juego siempre soy el MVP. Vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un perreo de esos de playero, dinos, vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un reggaetón de esos que se baila pegado, baby, como antes. Un perreo de esos de playero, dinos, vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un reggaetón de esos que se baila pegado. Bailaremos bien pegado, tú y yo, bien lento. Bailaremos bien pegado, tú y yo, bien lento. Su booty explota, ella es una loca, mi mira la boca. Le doy un trago pasado de copa, rebota, bota, el party explota. Perreando, mira cómo me choca, y en el party ya se descontrola. Vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un perreo de esos de playero, dinos, vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un reggaetón de esos que se baila pegado, baby, como antes. Un perreo de esos de playero, dinos, vamos a hacerlo como antes. Un reggaetón de esos que se baila pegado. Ja, yeah. Movió el perreo, ok. Ariel Estrella, puro estudio. El fenómeno, baby, yeah. Esto es algo bien fenomenal.
I can see it now. Big Benz moving through the crowd like it's traffic. A nigga step on these, they gon' get their ass kicked. I'm blasted, Bill Blast spit acid, dinosaur shit, Jurassic. Whether cash or the plastic, stash or the mattress, 7 of us, holy bastard. These streets I mastered, have my name plastered all over city streets. Cause of my rap shit, I'm a Mac bitch. I can hug you, love you, thug you, rock with you, pop with you. Soon as you start that trash shit, I might disappear on you, but reappear like it's magic. I ain't your average. If I want something, I can have it. I'm playing low key, I'm so lavish. I see the paper in the air, I just grab it. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Yeah, love me unconditionally. That shit ain't about nothing. We just out stunting. I'm on the route hunting, just having fun, bugging, blunted. People calling, we coming. I hit you back, another incoming. I've been buzzing, you look stunning. Play the dozens with my buzzins. No boo hugging, crew thugging. Who you loving? Who you wanna be hugging? Car stopping, bar hopping, been popping. You love it, love to see us. Others wanna be us. Used to only see my nigga on the re-up. 60-40, we up. Get my G's up, big up my B's up. Seize up to fight and unite. Freeze us, I'm God's son like Jesus. Prestigious, Bill Blast. US2G, us together. US2G, we us. Come on. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally.
Listen, girl, every time I think I have a Love Jones, there's always something wrong. Shucks, dog.
That's real. I appreciate it, King. Thank you.
That was hard. Niggas say you gonna make it, man.
I said,
Yo, what up, Dave? How you doing, man? It's Potato Head people. Yeah, sorry about the wait on the beat. I guess we were spoken too much.
I'm offline, but I'm on course. Lawn mowing through the grass with the condors. Imitation isn't good for the art form. That's why I got sucker ass rappers on my dartboard. Used to being on tours with the encores. Off time did graffiti with the hardcores. No matter what, love is still the regimen. Thug to get you Benjamins, drugs to get you sentences. That's why my messages plug into the sentences. I'm trying to spread knowledge, I'm down to play the nemesis. I face my problems, I don't Facebook them. Letting go of my fears, I guess fate took them. Heights and views, the mics I choose. Why would people say they sold for some likes and views? Thoughts deeper than the ocean in the Mariana. I get deeper than the soldiers of the terracotta. Disconnected, I smash modems and travel more. My news feed see more bored than a matador. Just don't pay attention, no mind and zero mentions. Whatever happened to artists who in their own dimensions? I think I'm going offline. No offense, but if I cancel accounts, I'll spend time with the people to count. I think I'm going offline. Social media's a waste of time. Rather be present in the moment when I'm making mine. Call a friend instead of text a brother. He said he tried to hard to back, but then we miss each other. Only get to see some family on rare occasions. So when we do, it's a cause for a celebration. Music is medication, my form of meditation. We use art and dance to reach an elevation. Yo, I've been hella patient, waiting, accelerating, hurry up and slow down. Another revelation. If you bring the truth in, then rap is revolution. But if you ain't saying shit, well then it's just pollution. I got a good solution, seeing through all illusions. Think of my own decisions and make my own conclusions. So if you following, it feel kinda hollow, fam. Pretty soon we'll probably only hang out as holograms. Everything you have can leave in an instant, man. Life's a lot bigger than our pictures up on Instagram. I think I'm going offline. No offense, but if I cancel accounts, I'll spend time with the people to count. I think I'm going offline. Social media's a waste of time. Rather be present in the moment when I'm making mine.
It's your girl Musa, you know. Gotta learn. And that L, sing you up to a B. Blessing. When I was frightened, like I was on something, I always had to be right when I really didn't know nothing. I always steady running, always steady coming, running from the truth. What's the use? It's really been on my mind, you really been on my mind. I told myself 1,000 times the detriment is only mine. I ain't gon' point one finger when there's 3 pointing back at you. What I ain't gon' buy you. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. When you go, man, you gotta stop fighting resistance. It's not in your concern how the blessings being given. Wake up, wake up, wake up, look at your decisions. Turn on your lights, now do your shadow work. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Well, baby, don't you know, stop listening to so-and-so, adding on advice to you when that advice ain't factual. Follow your heart, let you determine your being by simply being a creator and invest in your dreams. And say less, don't ever try to impress. When you a hoe, impress. You gotta understand your love and happiness resides inside of you. So what you wanna do? You wanna swing around and throw it though, or walk straight through? Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, pass that test, pass that test, pass that test.
To lose it with a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright. As we go through it with you, it feeling like we about to lose it with a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright. Here we go as I walk through it, flipping pages, still no changes, even pain still the same. Who can I blame? Stimulate the brain for those losing grip. Please maintain, no, we always hear people disappear, wishing we could go back. Yeah, hold that, and you know that, let me show that. Memories of ink ain't always what you think, let it sink deep beneath the surface, make your time worth it, but we deserve it. Picture perfect, rather be in person. So many leaving, I must be dreaming, what's the reason? Completely out of season, blessed to be breathing, please believe it. Find your purpose, just know you're worth it. Should have heard it, such a burden, forever hurting, can't rewind it. We'll help you find it, clear your mind and hold it for me. And don't even know me, yeah, don't even know me. As we go through it, we knew it, feeling like we about to lose it. With a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright. As we go through it, we knew it, feeling like we about to lose it. With a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright.
You feel the walls closing in on you. I know you feel helpless right now. They closing in. You feel the walls closing in on you. You feel trapped. You gotta believe you don't get out this. They're closing in. You feel the walls closing in on you. And everywhere that you turn, the doors don't let you through. You see, I've been there too, and so have people I knew. And some of them no longer breathing this air like me or you. Dramatic situation leads to drastic decisions. Forever scarring your life with the surgeon precision. Far gone and all is wrong. You're buzzing from drugs you on, feeling emotional while loading up your gun. Pictures of the people you love are scattered below your feet. Gripping the trigger while breathing heavy and weeping. Should I do it? Will they even miss me? You ask yourself, broken hearts are the only thing you leave behind and nothing else.
As we go through it, we knew it, feeling like we about to lose it. With a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright. As we go through it, we knew it, feeling like we about to lose it. With a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright. We go through it, we knew it, feeling like we about to lose it. With a head full of thorns for the ones torn by the walk of life. Still alright.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Extreme. Go ahead. I was waiting on you.
You already know. Extremitiez NT, Davon Franklin.
Jose Rivera.
Only on Access Radio, you already know Davon's Picks of the Week is about to come on to show love as he's got some great talent for you.
Yes. Once again, by way of doing backtracking from my platinum delivery stash, we're gonna start this one off with Diamond Pink. The song is called Stuck. I guess Stuck in Gene, so I guess Stuck with G number, I guess whatever. But it's called Stuck. So we're gonna get into that record right now, G Noble.
Thinking back and saying less, I've been disappointed in myself about you. Waking up with no regrets, I should have been over you. Call you up to cuss you out, it's not worth it. All your flaws, they turn me up. You stressing me, I'm just that I let you slide. And I didn't take it, but you didn't play fair. But what can I say when I know better? What can I say? But what can I say when I know better? Yeah, never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you.
When we started kicking, I was more than optimistic. After that first breaking, that's when you started nitpicking. Got into the point where I just love you from a distance. But that don't mean I don't miss it. But that don't mean I don't miss it. Wanted to be making love and saying less. You used to call, I called you press. Still I feel away if you don't hit my line. At least just have the decency to let me decline. What can I say when I know better? What can I say? What can I say when I know better? Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you. Never wanna be stuck on you, stuck on you, stuck on you.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT show with Davon Franklin, Jose Rivera on IXS Radio.
That one, I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. That one was Diamond Pink featuring Gene Noble, Stuck. That was a real smooth one right there. Yeah. So we're gonna get into this next record. I think we do this one from Kathy Cousins from a 2B. So we're gonna get to that record.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a little lost, but I'm a survivor, no matter the cost. No matter the cost. Those who came before me had so much to say. I listened to their stories as I tried to find my way. With all the miles behind me,
Many more to go. I still hear their voices, and it brightens up my soul. I'm just trying to get from A to B. Nobody ever told me it don't come easily. If I ask for inspiration, please shine a light on me. I'm just trying to get from A to B. Don't try to be impatient, says a whisper in my head. When you trust your good intentions, you'll be better off instead. So I take a look around me. It ain't as hard as it seems. Each and every day I'm thankful for following my dreams. Oh, I'm just trying to get from A to B. Nobody ever told me it don't come easily. If I ask for inspiration, please shine a light on me. I'm just trying to get from A to B. Oh, I'm just trying to get from A to B. Nobody ever told me it don't come easily. If I ask for inspiration, please shine a light on me. Shine a light. I'm just trying to get from A to B. Nobody ever told me it don't come easily. If I ask for inspiration, please shine a light on me. Just trying to get from A to B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Extremities ENT show with Jose Rivera and Davon Franklin on iAccess Radio.
Okay, she got some soul. She got some soul in there. I heard it.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was from A to B by Kathy Cousins. Yeah, actually, I was feeling that one.
Made me see.
For real. So now we're gonna switch up tempo a little bit and get into Suzanne Smith. This record's called "Do You Want to Dance." Now, a lot of these records, you know, are from last year, around the summertime last year. So they're not necessarily new releases, but you know what I'm saying. If you're not familiar with them, or if you're familiar with them, you know, check them out, man.
Hold my hand, tell me you're my lover man, oh baby, do you wanna dance? We could dance under the moonlight, hug and kiss all through the night, oh baby, do you wanna dance with me, darling? Do you wanna dance? Do you Do you wanna dance? We could dance under the moonlight, hug and kiss all through the night. Oh, baby, do you wanna dance with me, darling? Oh, do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? Do you want to dance with me, baby? Dance with me, baby. Dance with me, baby. Dance. Come on, let's dance. Please let me be the one. Come on and dance with me, baby.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What you thought about that one?
I see you're doing your research.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I like how just you know what I love about you, bro, is just that you remind me on how I'm just an R&B dude at heart. And this week, you know, we love our hip hop, but you know, we love our R&B.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm more of an R&B dude than I am a hip hop guy. Trust me. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was Suzanne Smith. Do You Want to Dance? On X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. The next record we're gonna get into is Austin Gray, the Austin Gray Project, Sunshine Kisses.
Okay,
let's go.
Sunshine kisses. Can't believe I'm standing here like the first time we met. Such a chemistry, you and me, oh, forever. I love the way you touch me. And you know I love you to the end of time. Mesmerized by your kisses, sweet kisses, sunshine kisses. As your warmth, it touches my face, sunshine kisses. But tonight's gonna be amazing, sunshine kisses. Sunshine kisses, to moonlight wishes is what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, to moonlight wishes. Sunshine kisses. You know what I love, baby, and you know it makes me smile. Yes, you do. Hold me tight, hold me close. Baby, I'm about to lose control. Feeling like you do, I can't contain myself. Once again, ooh, let's stop pretending and do what lovers do. Give me some of them. As your warmth, it touches my face, sunshine kisses. But tonight's gonna be amazing, sunshine sunshine kisses, sunshine kisses, moonlight wishes, is what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, moonlight wishes, sunshine kisses. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, ooh. As your warmth it touches my face, sunshine kisses. Give me some of them. But tonight's gonna be amazing. Sunshine kisses. Oh, sunshine kisses, sunshine kisses. Moonlight wishes, what it's gonna be. Ooh, sunshine kisses, moonlight wishes. Sunshine kisses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a hot one right there. That was Austin Gray Project, Sunshine Kisses on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio with Jose Rivera and Devon Franklin. Yo, what you thought about that one, man?
I like it, man. I'm liking your selection. I'm feeling all the tracks. I like it, man. It's going smoothly. Everything's going perfect.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, we're gonna get into this next artist, S. Green, record called "There It Goes" on Extremities ENT iAccess Radio show. Let's go.
Down this road before, such a familiar scene. Yes, never thought I'd be here again, 'cause my heart just got redeemed. Yeah, and just when I feel good about the love I found, it turns around and hurts me. She's nowhere around. No, there it goes. Another love down the drain. Another broken heart with all the hurt and all the pain. There it goes. Another love down the drain. Another broken heart with all the hurt and all the pain. There we go. There we go. I am so confused on how we got here. Yes, I am. You see, our future looks so bright. Our future looks so clear. So clear. That's when I feel good about the love I found. Yeah, and turns around and hurts me. She's nowhere around. Nowhere around. There it goes. Oh, the love down the drain. Another broken heart with all the hurt and all the hurt and all the pain. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Another broken heart with all the hurt and all the pain. Time will tell why we didn't last. But I guess until that time, gotta put you in my past.
it goes. Whoa, whoa, down the drain. In my path, another broken heart. All the hurt and all the pain, all the pain. There it goes. Another love down the drain. Another broken heart and all the pain. There it goes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Another broken heart with all the hurt. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. All the pain. Another broken heart with all the hurt and all the pain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was another fly one. On the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. That was S Green. There it go. What you feel about that?
I'm feeling it. It gave me like an old throwback, and probably Valentino like. I'm feeling it.
No doubt, no doubt. Now this next artist that we get ready to come with is like becoming one of my favorite R&B cats of this modern generation right here. I was actually excited that this actually came through my email because we've been playing another video of his for like the last couple like year or so. The Looking for Love joint. This joint came through last year as well. The artist's name is Kevin Ross, and the song's called Sweet Release. So we're gonna get into that right now on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio.
Just sit back and let it play, yeah. You know, drive is underway, yeah. Curbside fun, yeah. Read between the lines, got pennies for your thoughts, pay millions for your mind, yeah. That's what you like, baby. Pass and recline. Girl, you got the light, diamonds dancing at night, and it's feeling like we on a vibe. Trying to turn the day into a lucky night. You know I love it when we kiss and ride. It's automatic like a 45. With the dash on caution, know anything goes. The stress won't hold me. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about a head. On your pretty little head, let it go, go. Think I may get you a little release. Give me a shot. Open up, I never miss. Can I get? Give me a time, put you in for sweet release. Soon as you go, change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, bring it in. Same crew we up against for the win. Co-sign to your main event, evident. Oh, I'm better than you're my sugar pin, just a lint. I go crazy for you, I get militant. Brown salt, I know they waiting to see it downfall, but we still kicking it like a brown ball. Whenever you need, you know I'm on call. You better believe it with the dash on caution. Know anything goes. Stress won't hold me. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about a head. Pretty little head, let it go, go. Come and get you a little sweet. Give me a shot. When the plan never miss, can I get? Good time, put you in for a sweet release. Soon as you go, change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet. Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. That's Kevin Ross, Sweet Release, and another banger. So that will conclude the segment. What you think, man?
I think that your selections this week were as normal as usual, phenomenal. and got some great talent that you should be connecting with, and we should get them onto the show, and everyone else should get their feedback as well, because I think that's soothing music that we need, not that nonsense we don't understand. Yes, indeed, and I appreciate the fact that your selections are all based on just intimacy stuff, because we need more of that. We lost touch of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So you already know, ladies and gentlemen, we got the best of everything here on this show. Davon Franklin picks of the week. We got Jamie's Health is Wealth. We got the politics, criminal justice, sports, weather, brought in. And then we have a bunch of other things that are coming on. If you ever want your business to be promoted on this podcast, please be sure to email Davon Franklin at
DAYRF as in Frank 13 @gmail.com.
or Jose Rivera at Rambo BX. That's Bronx abbreviated BX180 at yahoo.com. We will review your stuff. If you're a business, if you're an artist that likes to get an interview, any promotion, and then we will forward it to our Access Radio pending our approval on your request. And if you do meet requirement, we will promote you. But please know that after the first promotion, this becomes a business. And therefore, we ask that you only donate towards the station directly on behalf of Extremities ENT, as we are a community-based organization. And we love to give everybody what they need, because yes, indeed, we are those fly guys that give you information from up in the sky. Right, David?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, anything planned for like the midweek into the weekend?
Yes, I'm about to go get a car. So,
Really?
Yeah, man, I'm about to go give me some wheels and shit. I've been, stalling on, anyway, I'm gonna go give me some. I'm gonna go do some things, start moving around and shit. So, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna be doing. I'm supposed to be doing a party with my pops this weekend as well, out in Jersey. So, kind of like a reintroduction to to my DJing, shit. So situation. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably do a live or something like that. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to keep things a little intimate in certain settings and shit like that. So but yeah, that's supposed to be going on this weekend. Oh well. What about yourself, man?
I hope all goes well with that. And me, I'm just, my boring old life, just gonna be laying low and doing research, and just reaching out to people and seeing, making connections and networking, because I got a few emails that I haven't responded to for the past 3 weeks on people inviting us to events and all. So I got to start doing it. They from like March, April, and May and June.
Yes.
They're all telling me that that I'm seeing this stuff if I'm gonna be in it or not. And usually, it's for Extremities ENT to sponsor and MC. So let's see what's going on with that, and hopefully we could generate some great stuff going on.
Deserve.
And everybody that continues to support Extremities ENT, we appreciate your love and support. We ask that you continue to love each other in a good way and not malicious. Because there's no such thing as a bad person. There's only a person that does bad things. And if we could all come together to communicate, like Davon and Jamie alluded to earlier. When it came to relationships, not just relationships with your significant other, it's relationships with family, your friends, your associates, even those enemies that you call enemies. They could be frenemies, but the thing is that if you don't speak, you won't know. I had to educate someone recently on that, because I had certain feelings that I was harboring, and it's because I didn't nip it in the butt like I usually do, but because of certain factors came into play, such as a loss of a friend, and all these other things. I felt that I should hold back. I saw now that, I never should change the way I am, because if I do change also to someone else's needs, I'm only doing disservice to myself.
Well, one thing about holding certain situations, certain things in, that I learned that's been pretty good for me is I air my grievances out of what I'm feeling at the time in an empty space with nobody around. The more you let that frustration out, the better you feel. And 9 times out of 10, what you want to direct to an individual, you probably don't want to direct it to them no more, or your energy changes on how you direct it to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's you for me, because my issue is always when I'm feeling a certain way, I don't want the wrong individual to get what it is that I'm feeling, because it's like you can have a situation or a feeling or emotion about something completely different. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always best to leave individuals alone, because they could be having so much stress and so much issues going on where they're at, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you, but something that you say or something that you do, which is just enough to trigger it, to where all that frustration and energy is now backlashed on you. That's why, for me, from my standpoint, I try to stay away whenever I feel like that, so the wrong people don't get the backlash, and I get a chance to deal with myself and kind of like get that poison out of my system. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say it'll work for everybody, but I'm just saying it worked for me.
So on that, ladies and gentlemen, this week you got the great therapy from DAVON Franklin, as he was giving you good feedback from all the way from the beginning of the show to now. And it is exactly what reality-based therapy is. If you do this, this is going to be the result. If you take time to relax, look at the situation from an outside point of view, maybe you could be able to have a different perspective. So, right. As I always say, ladies and gentlemen, and I say it proud from my heart, as I'm about to say right now, if I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted of life. Thank you, DAVON, for the education. Jamie Sanders, Al Williams, for always providing us with the platform to give this message to the world. My name is Jose Rivera. I am honored and pleasure to be here every week with my brother, and soon to be my brothers, because we're going to have a Holy Trinity that's going to be coming to you live next week, 6 p.m. and 7:55. So I love you. Have a great week into your weekend. DAVON, closing message?
Yes, sir. Likewise to you, my guy. And like I always say, live love, love life, and take care of each other, all right? Peace.
Just sit back and let it play, yeah. You know, drive is underway, yeah. Those curbside fun, yeah. Read between the lines, got pennies for your thoughts, pay millions for your mind, yeah. That's what you like, baby, pass and recline. Girl, you got the light, diamonds dancing at night, and it's feeling like we on a vibe. Trying to turn the day into a lucky night. You know I love it when we kiss and ride. It's automatic like a 45. Put the dash on caution, know anything goes. The stress won't hold now. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about it head. On your pretty little head, let it go, go. Think I'ma get you a little release. Give me a shot. Open up, I never miss, girl, I got. Give me the time, put you in for sweet release. As soon as you go, I change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, bring it in. same team, who we up against for the win. Co-sign to your main event, evident. No one better than you're my sugar pin, just a lid. I go crazy for you, I get militant. Round salt, I know they waiting to see you downfall, but we still kicking it like a brown ball. Whenever you need, you know I'm on call. You better believe it with the dash on coach. You know anything goes, stress won't hold now. Once we hit the road, don't you worry about a head. Pretty little head, let it go, go. Come and get you a little sweet. Give me a shot, when a plan never miss. Can I get good time? Put you in for a sweet, soon as you go, change the way that you feel, make it sweet, sweet, sweet.